coming at you from San Diego, and my all-time favorite boat here, the 92 Jones Goodell. This thing is going to be absolutely insane once we get it done. It's been in the yard now, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months, and I'll do a separate post for those of you that love this boat as much as I do on what we're doing to it. We're actually not refitting. I mean, we're completely rebuilding this thing. Anyways, I want to apologize to some of you that's been following us pretty religiously. I'm going to reword the end of the world tour to phase 1 or completion of the world tour. Keep in mind that the world tour officially kicked off in June of 2022, but it's been in the works for actually 4 years, and we finally got it started. And it really is not the end, but we've been going pretty hard. We've been traveling every 2 weeks. We get back to the States for 2 weeks and catch up on life, dentist appointments, family, work, bills, and then we get on the plane and go again. The travels are anywhere from 15 to 20 hours, but getting used to the time zone, right? Some of the areas we're going to are 8 hours, 12 hours difference, and it takes your body 2, 3, 4, 5 days to even feel normal. And some of us never feel normal anyways. And then, you get adjusted to it, and then once you get home, you got to get adjusted again to the new time zone. Plus the logistics, right? Handling crew, multiple boats, making sure that the boats are in each area that's not being used are being maintained and properly managed. The objective of the World Tour is to chase large fish every month out of the 12-month calendar. So, that means you have boats such as the Viking that we're only going to use 2 months out of the year. So for 10 months, it has to be taken care of. It needs to sit in a nice, secure slip. It needs to be maintained and washed and, all of those things. But many of you ask what's going to happen after 2025. Well, let me explain it to you that this year we're pretty pumped because this year the schedule is going to be mostly on the 150 and the Spencer, and then of course Great Barrier Reef in October and November. I think we are going to do Ascensions in December and January if we can put it together. The 175 is not going to be introduced that much this year for fishing, just because it doesn't get done until July. And then we're going to have 2 months of shakedown trips, August, September in the Mediterranean, make sure everything works. And then it's going to go back to Diamond Yachting to get all the warranty work done. And then by the end of this year, it'll drop down the Suez Canal and get ready for Indian Ocean. So next year, we're going to focus on the Indian Ocean. And that's really an unknown area for a lot of, contemporary sport fishing. We're very excited about that. The 175 has a helicopter, so we can fly into a regional airport, have the helicopter ready, and helicopter can, run a couple hundred miles to where the 175 and the Release 43 is positioned. And then later on in 2024, the boat's going to move to the Great Barrier Reef and support the Viking. And in 2025 is sort of the coming home year. We're going to start the year somewhere in the South Pacific. We're going to try to roam that area. We're going to do that from January to April or May. Covered a wide swath there from west to east. And then right around June in the summertime, we're going to start going up to the North Pacific and going to one of my hometowns where I've had a fishing program for 18 years, and that's Kona, Hawaii. Very happy to do that. OB is really pumped. We're going to have some celebrations and some parties there. Probably fish the World Cup in Kona. And then by middle August, we're going to do hometown number 2, which is where I grew up, Newport Beach, California. 175 is going to cross the Pacific and head to Newport Beach. We're going to support, hopefully, the 92, this boat here, by the time it gets done, to do some daytime surface shore fishing trips in August and September. And then the 175 is going to run down to Cabo, which really is where I spent most of my fishing career in Cabo San Lucas. And we're going to do the Bisbees there end of October, just for old time's sake. I stopped fishing tournaments in 2016, so this would be nice to to be down there and see all of our old friends and the community down there. And then after the Bisbees, we'll do a Mag Bay trip and going north, and then that will conclude the world tour. After that, what's going to happen? Well, we can't go this hard. We just can't. I mean, this world tour is a priority for me and everybody else involved. We will most likely, pull back to half the boats. Instead of having an 11 boat fleet, we'll probably come back to 5 or 6 boats. I'm going to have 2 home hubs. One hub is going to be Cabo, which is with this 92. The other hub is South Florida and the Caribbean, which is the 144. And most likely we'll have a game boat that accompanies the 144. And these are the 2 primary home hubs, if you will, where, I can go and have fun and go fishing. Mag Bay's, certainly very, very close to Cabo. And then the 175 will probably live and travel where, it's comfortable for us, easy to get to. So we wouldn't be exploring, it wouldn't be as adventurous, but, 175 will probably live between Cape Verde and Azores, or it lives somewhere in the South Pacific. Where from California is a 5 to 7 hour flight. Of course, Azores and Cape Verde from Florida, it's a 7 hour flight. So after the world tour, it's going to sort of shrink down to less adventure, but more anchored spots. We'll have the 2 hubs, like I mentioned, Cabo, South Florida, and Caribbeans, and then we'll have the 175 sort of living in a particular region, rather than doing world tours. Anyways, we'll rename it. Sorry, I won't call it the end of anything anymore, but really appreciate everybody's support, because I can tell you that, we get this encouragement from you guys, and it really gives us lots of energy to really just find our second wind. I'm not asking for sympathy. We're living a dream here. But it does take work, and it does make us sacrifice some of the other parts of our lives. Anyways, I hope everybody is doing well, and okay, see ya.